Alright guys, this is another video for Test Your Might, and it's basically for Sheeva, and it's some new stuff I've come up with for Sheeva, and it's very interesting, but I'm going to do it as quickly as I can, but for the most part I'm going to assume that you already know about Sheeva, but from what I gathered from using this on people, a lot of people don't know what she can do, and that's why it appears to work. So I'm hoping this does work when people start to respect it as well. So I'll go through this quickly. Her main string is 2-1-2 forward 1. The last hit is overhead, just to show you. And it will launch into a grab, and it's 33% on hit. And it's 100% safe on block. And Rio and Tom Brady were showing earlier that she has some, she has the opportunity for down 4 into fireball. So this is what it's going to base off. Obviously 33% when this hits sometimes really isn't good enough considering how rough of a character Sheeva is. And the main thing to grab with Sheeva, to get with Sheeva, is this combo for 1 bar of meter, which is the low unblockable grab. The back 2+1 enhanced fireball, which will get you 45%. Because that's very, very hard to land on its own. It's not very often you're going to be adding opponent's feet or predicting they're going to do a block string into a poke and then armor grabbing through. Plus if you get it wrong, you're wasting a bar meter and you're taking damage. So this is what it comes down to. I'll put the opponent on auto stand block, right? 2-1-2 into low grab whiff on hit gives you slight advantage. If I can time it right. For the next string, right? So you can do 2-1-2 and then fish. What you're doing there, basically you're fishing for the opponent to duck. So on hit you don't have to take the 33% combo into that one. You can actually watch to see what the opponent's going to do on hit. And if you notice now, he's jailed. If he starts blocking low, he's jailed in that stance. And that bags tremendous amount of damage. So I'll show you what happens if you jump in and hit the opponent with 2-1-2 with grab and then they block the next string low, you're guaranteed to get the grab. So I'll show you how much the damage takes off Liu Kang here. That's for 1 bar, and that's over 60% of his life. Now, that on its own is a way to set up the grab. Of course, the other thing that can happen is the opponent may be standing auto, let's say he's auto block standing, and this hits him, and because the string's so slow, you've got time to input forward 1 afterwards. So let's say they block standing up, you can see that happening. Input the input 2-1-2 forward 1, and you're not gonna do this on block. That's not, you're gonna get punished for that. So you can see what's happening, go into the grab and then get your block string after. Now the other thing that can happen is opponents can get out of this with an armoured move. They absolutely can get out of it with an armoured move. That's one thing you got to remember. Let's say the opponent doesn't block. You can just consistently do this until they start blocking. And until you're happy, okay, he's not going to block, fine. And if he just doesn't want to block, you're just going to take damage and damage and damage until he decides to block. And then, of course, like I says, the time when he does block, you're getting meter anyway, and you're getting chip damage, so why not? And it's setting you up here. After this on block, this is another setup. You want this to become common. Down 4 fireball. And what starts happening is, if you keep landing that in the opponent, a smart opponent is going to start ducking after that. So let me try to show you that with it. I'm going to try to edit the... Right, now the opponent should be ducking now, because after about the 4th or 5th time you've done this, they're going to start ducking the low 4 into fireball, which is mid anyway. This is your opportunity now to down 1 grab. And you're bagging 45%. So those are how to get this grab set up here, and you don't have to use the armored one. I mean, I would only recommend using the armoured grab on like common strings. Like if Liu Kang's going to do forward 1-2, which they all do they all do forward 1-2, down 3, forward 1-2, down 3. Anytime they do forward 1-2, and you know down 3's coming, you can just armoured grab straight through with 2 bars, or 1 bar with a grab, into, 45%. So that is the new thing I've come up with Sheeva, and it does work, and only opponents with an armoured move can get out of it. There you are. See that he's blocking, and you can just grab. So that's that, and of course I told you after that on block you've got your setup for down 4 fireball, and if they start blocking low you can now down 1 grab and launch them again. And if they don't, I'll just keep running over this real quick. If they don't block at all, you can just keep watching that happening until they decide to block. So there you are. There's the Sheeva thing. One more time. This will jail the opponent on crouch block, by the way. There's 45%. There's 60% for the opponent just wanting to duck low and jail them block. So there's some Sheeva tech, if you will. I don't think anybody's done this before, but that's something I've come up with, guys. So I really hope it helps, and let me know what you think. And yeah, see ya. Bye.